Hey everyone, welcome back to Woo Woo Wednesday, where I share my intuitive insight and weekly wisdom with you through the use of oracle cards. I'm Brittany Carmichael, the founder of Shine School and the Shine from the Inside Oracle, where I teach women to break free of the fear that holds them back so they can confidently shine their light and go out into the world and do what they came here to do. I know you've got big dreams, and maybe all these changes that have been going on have kind of like put a halt on all of those to-do lists and plans that you came up with at the beginning of the year. And this is certainly a time for all of us to shift, for us to take a pause and to look at our life and reevaluate. I don't know about you, but I've been doing a lot of reevaluation, from how I spend my time and who I spend it with and how I am showing up for my job and where I'm wasting energy and time in certain areas in my life. This has really been a great opportunity for me to take a look at my life and my schedule. And hell, I don't know about you, I've been able to slow down enough to realize like, maybe there are some things that I don't need to be doing anymore. They were in alignment, but they're not now. So I want to take a moment to tune in and see how you guys are doing this week, what's going on for you, what shifts and changes are happening in your life. You know, I've run a successful six-figure salon for the last almost 14 years. And one of the courses that I was planning on making this year, which I still plan on doing, just gonna push it back a little bit, was to teach my secrets on how to run a six-figure salon suite. But with all of this coming up, I keep getting inspired with this idea called Shift. And it's a course, a 5-week course to teach you how to move through that transition of change and transformation, because no one's given us a blueprint. No one's taught us how to handle change, and fear of the unknown seems to be quite an issue for so many people. I was gonna say it's a real thing, but it's not. It's something we're making up, but we all seem to subscribe to it because we haven't been given a better option. And so every single morning for the last week or two, I've been waking up with inspiration and words and ideas flowing through my head while I'm dreaming, like in that in-between state. So I want to know, are you being intuitively inspired with ideas right now? Are you willing to shift your current project to something that you're being called to show up and commit to now? Are you currently going through a transformation in your life? I'd love to hear from you and hear what is changing in your life, and what fear or what about change scares you so much? Like, where do you struggle with handling change? I'd love to hear. Leave them in the comments. Say hello if you're watching live. Let me hear from you guys. Nadia's here. Megan's here. Hey guys. Oh my gosh, so exciting. Riley's here. Congratulations on almost graduating college. It's so exciting. I'd love to hear, what are you guys celebrating right now? This is such a beautiful opportunity for us to come together and connect, because we're like social distancing. I think people are starting to kind of get over this idea. I don't know how you feel or where you sit on the side of the fence, but what I'm witnessing in my life and my community is people are missing that deep connection, because our soul, we're meant to bond, we're meant to connect, we're not meant to be isolated, and that can cause a lot of issues. So it's starting to bring up people's darkness, and I think now more than ever we need to find that community, that sense of our soul tribe that we can connect to and plug into when we need that kind of support during times like this. So let me know, where are you watching from? Love your shirt, way to shine. So many good changes. Yeah, Megan, I've been seeing you create a new course, a new direction, things that we talked about while we were coaching. It's really cool to see a lot of the girls that I've been working with and the ideas that we had for our businesses or their businesses actually coming into fruition at the perfect divine timing, where everything seems to be lining up with exactly what our students and the world needs, because we've mapped it out in our mind, but not knowing that this is exactly what we've been called to do. For example, for the last 2 years, 3 or 4 years, we've been doing the Elevated Life, which I'm happy to announce the Elevated Life podcast is happening this month. You guys have requested it like crazy, and we have the space in our calendar to finally commit and take all 4 years of content that we've shared with you and convert that to a podcast, in addition to filming and recording new concepts and ideas for you guys. So we have finally been able to commit to those things that we've said we wanted to do, and it's really beautiful to see, not only in my life, the last 2 to 3 years worth of work, putting in all of the hours and content in the Elevated Life, teaching you guys these mindset shifts and spiritual hacks and growth tools. there's been many times along the journey where I'm like, nobody cares, nobody wants to wake up, everyone wants to be entertained and not enlightened. And now we're at a point where the entertainment is not gonna cut it anymore. The funny memes are great, but we really need actual tools and practical resources to help us move through those changes and transitions in life. And I finally feel like, oh my gosh, all of that work that we've been putting in for the last so many years in the elevated life is absolutely needed. And that is probably true for you. You may not realize it now. It may not be an obvious need that the world is like, oh my God, please show up and give us your gifts. But the truth is, if you're being called to show up and shine or shift or make a difference or pivot and change directions in your career or your relationship, then it's probably for a reason and preparing you for maybe a moment like this, because you never know when the next pandemic might hit or whatever might come along and totally change and shift the way that we show up in the world. And so this is a great opportunity for you to move through those changes, as well as the collective. We're all collectively changing, so why don't we all join in together and make it happen and commit to letting go of what isn't working or serving us anymore. Megan says perfect timing is right. So excited to listen. You guys are so amazing. All right, so I'm going to pull a couple cards from the Shine from the Inside Oracle so that we can tune in to what message we need to pay attention to this week for some self-love and self-care rituals. I am about to start my moon time, so last night I took tons of rose petals, fresh petals right out of the bouquet in my kitchen, put them in the bath with some crystal infused lavender Epsom salt. I lit a candle from Craft Your Reality. She was one of our Shine Tribe retreat sponsors, and I turned on some goddess music and just allowed myself to completely rest, recharge, and refuel in that beautiful relaxing bath. And now is the time, like, for all of us to rest, to recharge. I know that a lot of us have extra on our plate because of these changes. Maybe you're dealing with your children, or work has gotten harder, or you may have had to pick up slack or take responsibility for someone else. And I feel for you. I am so sorry that you're having to change your schedule in a way that is even more overwhelming. But the truth is, if we're gonna overwhelm ourselves and fill up our schedule, we absolutely cannot skip on self-care, especially if we're trying to pack it even fuller than before. So I challenge you to carve out at least 5 intentional minutes every single morning to start your day off with you and asking yourself, what do I need? What do I need right now today to fill my cup so that I have enough energy to go out and face the world? And some days you need more, and some days you need certain other things. It's not always the same, so it's really important to build that healthy habit of checking in every single day. Hello, Elizabeth. All right, if you know a soul sister who needs this kind of supportive community, please tag them, invite them into the Shine Tribe Sisterhood, and let them know that there is a space for them to be seen and supported along their self-love journey. All right, I'm gonna dive in. I'm gonna shuffle with the intention that we all receive the messages that we need most during this time. I wanna know how many of you have been using your Shine from the Inside Oracle on a regular basis to connect with your self-care rituals. I've had a lot of you reach out and say, oh my God, I keep pulling the same card over and over and over. I don't understand. And typically, if you're new to the woo and Oracle cards are your first start, you'll find that you will pull the same card over and over again until you get the lesson. And today I was working with one of my coaching clients, and she said, I have pulled the feng shui card, create sacred space, over and over and over again. She goes, well, you know what's weird? Today, right after I get off this call, I'm gonna go buy some canvas and I'm gonna paint it and I'm gonna put up my affirmations in my office on the wall. And she showed me the wall and it was completely blank. And I don't know if you guys have been paying attention, but every room in my house has something somewhere. I love decorations, okay? Libra, beauty, I can't help myself. And so I looked at her wall, I was like, oh my God, that's exactly what it is. You need to put some artwork on the wall. And so she says, I'll be surprised if I don't pull this card tomorrow. Well, if you paint those pictures and get them up on the wall, I guarantee you won't pull that card again. So the same is true with anything else in the deck. If you're pulling the same card about forgiveness, then there's work to be done. We can't avoid it. It'll keep coming up until we deal with it. I don't know if you guys have ever figured that out yet, but life lessons tend to repeat and show up until we accept and learn and grow from those experiences. Brienne says, I'm obsessed with these cards. They are part of my daily routine. Yay! I'm so glad to hear that. Stacy's here, so exciting. Oh, well, that's our first card. Obviously I created it, so I'm like a little biased because I love it, but what's really cool for me as the creator is to see how it is showing up and impacting your life and the way that you use it. I'm seeing people use it on a daily basis and also bringing their children in. And I've even seen my executive assistant, she just posted some videos of her daughter, her young daughter, maybe she's like 8, I don't know, she's young. Her daughter confiscated the deck because she just thought it was so pretty and then realized, you know, we're never too young to learn empowerment tools or self-love techniques. And I think it's so beautiful to see that not only can you use it in your life, but if you have children, you can help to start empower them. Because I don't know about you, but my negative self-talk definitely started at a young age. When I was 8 years old, my uncle called me Brickney, which gave me the label and this idea and false belief that I was fat. Even though at 8 years old, I was not that big, okay? He just said it as a joke when he was like picking me up and moving me. But to that 8-year-old mind, before we develop our critical factor, we don't have a belief system. We take everything as 100% fact and truth when it comes from a loving authority figure. And so from 8 years old, I'd always believed that I was fat. And so that story and that label that I picked up at a very young age ended up affecting me in so many negative ways that I would have never known that that one moment, that one word that was said to me as a child ended up affecting me in such a powerful way and a negative way. So it's really important for us to pay attention to what are those thoughts and feelings and stories that are being programmed. You may like snap at your kid one day because you're frustrated and you say like, oh my God, you're just like your dad. And then the dad, you know, it ends up not being a healthy relationship. And then that child thinks they're just like their shitty dad, and it's not fair to the children. So we don't even realize that we're carrying these negative beliefs and these old labels. And sometimes we don't even realize that they come from such a deep place of pain because we've buried them from so long ago. We don't even know, like we picked it up in childhood. I digress. I have no idea why I'm on this tangent about picking up these old labels from childhood, but I don't know. What did you guys say? Somebody said something and made me go off on this tangent. Oh man. Okay. Stacy says, my family always used to call me dull, and all my life I thought I was dull. It's so sad how we're so influenced by people's thoughts and the labels that they give us, especially from childhood, and how powerful they can be. Stacy says, I used your card deck on my live meditation this evening. Thank you so much, Stacy. It is so cool. Like healers and teachers are using it. I even had someone leave an Amazon review that said she's a counselor and she's helping her patients and I don't know, clients. I don't know what you call them. I guess patients. And it just makes my heart melt knowing that I've created something that is inspiring women to actually pick up a deck and commit to their self-care rituals. It's not just a pretty deck, it'll actually change your life with the transformative prompts, the mindset shifts, the ideas, and the tools that I give you inside this guidebook to help you break free of that fear and actually love yourself. So I'm gonna pull the first card. They've already come out. I wanna know, are you guys ready for this reading? Let me hear you in the comments below. I'm just gonna tune into you guys live really quick. Okay, cool. Let's get started. First card for the week is change one thing today. Start small. Whoa, hold on. Here we go. Let's see if we can plug this in for you guys. Okay, change one thing today. Start small. What small, tiny tweak can you make in your actions or your calendar that will make a big difference? For me, when I first started my wellness journey and wanted to lose 75 pounds, I felt so overwhelmed by 75 pounds to lose. It sounded like a lot. And so I asked myself, what's one small thing that I could change today that I know isn't contributing to my health journey? And for me, that was drinking diet sodas. And that was the first small change that I made. I made that decision right then and there. I'm gonna start with one thing. I'm not gonna overhaul everything. I'm not gonna cut out all this other stuff. I'm just gonna pick one tiny thing. It was kind of a big thing, but it was one. Just one, because we can only focus on so many things, and when we're making changes, it requires extra effort because it seems hard to start something new, but it just takes that momentum and that push and burst of energy right in the beginning. So if we stick to one small change, it helps to spark that direction and momentum, and then from there we can start to make more changes. Because I don't know if you've ever noticed, when you make one change in one area of your life, it ripple effects across the entire thing. For me, when I start focusing on my health and I get on my yoga mat every single day, my business increases. I start attracting new clients and customers without any marketing, and it's because I'm taking time to fill up my soul. It's like a very interesting situation. So this card is a reminder that if you change one tiny thing, if you just commit to one small ritual, it actually has a bigger grand effect across all areas of your life. So think about it right now. What's one area that you're struggling with? And in that area, what's one small change that you can make today, right now, that'll get that ball rolling? I want to hear it. I want to hold you accountable. What is that thing? And if you don't know right away, spend some time thinking about that over the next day or two. But if it's already like, I know it's blaring me around the face, I gotta stop smoking cigarettes, or I gotta stop, there's something you already know you need to change. What's that one small thing you're gonna commit to? Leave it in the comments below so that I can hold you accountable for going through this change and starting a new process. Okay, what's something you guys want to change? I want to hear from you. Dedication to daily meditation. Yes, and daily meditation, the more you practice, the more you tune in, the more you quiet your mind, the louder your intuition gets, the more clarity you have, the more confidence you have to move forward in those action steps that you're receiving in that intuitive guidance. Stacy says to take small steps towards my dreams, cutting corners on my affirmation cards. Yeah, I remember doing that when I first printed off my cards. I remember taking a little corner cutter and cutting them all off for myself just to get the vibe of it. And it just changed the game. It was so amazing. Like something like that just made it seem more real. So I want to know, what small change will you commit to? My lack of energy and motivation. Well, typically to be motivated, we have to be excited by something. And when we're excited, that's a shitload of energy. Think about when you're excited versus when you're afraid. I mean, I guess you get a lot of energy. Afraid's not a good one to compare it to. Like when you're excited or when you're just hanging out, right? Like when you're just hanging out, there's not a lot of energy coming through. But when you're excited, it's like all this energy and movement and passion is moving through your body. So if you are having a lack of energy and motivation, then you've got to find something that you're fucking moved by, that you're excited about, that you're passionate about, that you're like so jazzed to wake up in the morning, like I can't wait to get started, to keep working on this thing or showing up or whatever, or learning or whatever the case may be. So Kristen, if you have a lack of energy and motivation, we taught this in the Elevated Life Masterclass. We have an entire masterclass on motivation, self-discipline, and structure, because we know it takes structure to get that ball rolling. And one of the things we taught in that masterclass, I'll go ahead and teach you guys for free, is that you are not going to have any motivation if you're not excited about the direction that you're headed. So if it's your job that is unfulfilling, if it's your relationship that's unfulfilling, if it's just the activities that you're doing in your life, now's an opportunity to make those tweaks and changes. And that will start the excitement, the vitality, the energy, the movement, and the direction. But first, you got to pick something that you're super jazzed about. Angela says same, working out most days and tracking my macros. Yeah, there's a great, one of the health masterclasses we've taught in the Elevated Life, we talked about this awesome app. It's free. It's called Chronometer, and it will help you to track your macros and all the macros, the micros, all the things that you need to know you can track in Chronometer, and it's such a great app to use. I personally hate tracking my stuff, but I know that when I do, I'm on point, 100% effective in my wellness and in my diet. So I think that that's a beautiful goal to go after. So definitely check that out. Kristen says, yes, makes so much sense though. Heavy time, so I need to get fucking excited again. Thank you for the kick I needed to hear. Absolutely. It's so easy for us sensitives and empaths to kind of fall off and tune into like the collective energy. And right now it's a little bit wild and wonky, right? Shit, that's why we're teaching Badass Empaths Masterclass in next month in the Elevated Life, because and it's funny, we mapped out the entire, what we're teaching in the membership at the beginning of the year, and oddly enough, we just taught overcoming anxiety, living with mindfulness and presence, so getting your meditation on, and then this month we taught about productivity, so now we have all this time, our schedules change. Next month, we're teaching Badass Empath, teaching you how to set boundaries and stop overgiving. And then the next 2 months, we're teaching on how to start your own business. I'm like, oh my God, Chris, it's like we knew that everyone was gonna hit this pandemic, freak the fuck out, not know how to live in the present moment, totally let go of their boundaries and overgive, and then feel like shit, and then not know what to do because they don't have a job, or they want to be more in control of their income now that they've realized it could be ripped away from them. And holy shit, that is the path that we are teaching in the Elevated Life. So I share that just to let you guys know that there's things that you have been wanting to do, and all in divine timing. So don't beat yourself up if you haven't done it, but just get back on track once you found yourself falling off. I think I need to get into the membership. Absolutely. Oh my gosh, we share so much wisdom. 3 meditations every masterclass. We do a live training. You get a yoga and meditation practice every single month. It really is such a life-changing experience to connect with the elevators who are on a mission to raise their vibe and break free of the fear that holds them back from being the badass that they were born to be. And listen, if you're here watching, you're a fucking badass, because I only attracts like, okay? And I literally have badass tattooed on my arm. So I'm just saying, guys. All right. Whew. I told Chris, yeah, this will be a fast one. Don't worry, we'll take a walk. Oh my God, I cannot stop talking to you guys. I'm so jazzed. I'm so pumped. I feel like, I'm just like, we've been working on the Badass Empath Masterclass for next month, and I just feel like I feel so empowered because of all of this training and knowledge. And that's the thing, you know, they say knowledge is power. So if you're feeling like uncertain or feeling like you're not good enough or don't know enough or whatever the case is, all you have to do is learn. And whether that's through podcasts or memberships or books or videos, it doesn't really matter. Just give yourself space to grow and learn, and surround yourself with people who are headed in the direction that you want to be going. All right, number 2. Are you guys loving this? Oh shit, write down your goals and dream big. Okay, so clearly we've got like work mode, office vibe going on here. So write down your, hold on, whoa, there we go. All right, write down your goals and dream big. Okay, so the first thing was change one thing, start small. And you can see there's a journal right there on the card. So we change one thing, we start small, oh, dropped it. And then we write down our goals, because we're 42% more likely to achieve the goals that we write down. And when we're wanting to make changes, if we write it down, you know, they say, if you go on and tell everyone that you've done something, you're like, you feel like you've already done it. So sometimes it's like not the best to go and tell everyone your goals. Well, this is the opportunity for you to write them down so that only you know what you're committed to. And that way, when you take the action and you complete it, then you can celebrate, rather than saying, I'm going to do this one day. Will you give me the praise and the dopamine drip that I need right now to make me feel good about myself? Instead of doing that, I want to challenge you. I want you to write it down in your own personal journal, and I want you to write it as if it's already happened. Start describing your life and start feeling the way that you would want to feel if you made those small changes. If all of your goals came true, if you committed to all those dreams and they manifested for you, how would you feel? What would you be doing differently? I want you to write out that experience in your journal. This is a challenge, and it's going to take you a little effort. So any of you who are like, okay, yeah, whatever, that sounds good, you're going to be taking longer to manifest your dreams. I'm just saying. If you want to go at a faster pace, get your journal out, get out of your head, and use your heart to pour through all of those ideas, those goals, and those visions that you have for yourself. And then once you've done that, that's one of the first steps I have my coaching clients do when we work together, is brain dump everything that you've been thinking about, from creative ideas to what you want to change. Literally empty your brain of all the stuff. Because when we hold our brain hostage with all these ideas and thoughts and we don't put them down, we don't create space for new ideas, intuition, creativity to flow through. It's just like a to-do list. If you have 18 things to do and you write them down, it allows you to like let go of your brain and use it to focus on one thing at a time to get it all done. But if you don't write down your 18 things for the day, you typically do 2 half-ass, and then you forget the rest. So I want you to write down all of your big goals, all of your dreams, all the things that you think aren't even possible that would be cool for you, and just start getting in the habit of writing it down. Everything that I have written down in my journals has either manifested or see those changes happening in my life. So please get out your journal, write down your goals. This is something we do every new moon in our Goddess Gathering manifestation ritual, is we write down our goals, and we don't censor ourselves. We don't just write goals that we think we can practically achieve. We write the ones that are absolutely crazy, like how in the world is that ever gonna happen? Because when we write those down, we end up surprising ourselves that it is possible. So, okay, is info on your website for the membership you're talking about? Yes, you can go to my website and find in the Work With Me section, or you can go directly to the Elevated Life club.com. And we actually just did a total rebrand of the Elevated Life. We just got elevated and it is fucking vibing high. I'm so in love. You know, beauty is one of my favorite things in this world, and Chris is all about wisdom, and we have taken our strong suits and put them together with all of the wisdom and tools and practical steps that you need to make these transformations in your life, set up in an easy, fun, beautiful, navigatable way so that you don't feel overwhelmed. And plus, let's just face it, I just was told someone about my Shine School worksheets. They said, your worksheets are so pretty, they make me want to do the work. But if you had some ugly, boring, blank ass piece of paper, you'd be like, I don't feel like it. So I find that there is a powerful combination in creating beautiful content and meaningful content. Okay, yeah, here, and I'll even try to leave this here for you. ElevatedLifeClub.com. Okay, there you go. All right, last card for the week. Let's dive in. Whew, slow down and rest. You need it. This is literally what my self-care rituals looked like last night that I was describing to you. The petals in the bath, I even did the jade roller, the candles, the journaling, the music, everything. This is an opportunity for you to slow the F down. You are moving too fast, whether it not be physical, it's a mental movement. You haven't been able to slow down your mind. You've been thinking too much, which causes anxiety. It causes your cortisol levels to shoot up, which causes stress, and then physical issues start to come up when all of that happens. So although you may not be physically moving from here to there and like go take the kids here and do this task and go get groceries, like you're kind of slowing down a little bit more, but your mind is moving too much. And this card is making me feel like it's important for you not only to slow down physically and pamper your body, get in the Epsom salt bath, massage yourself, get out to nature, like unplug from social media, but also like slow down your mind. She's moving too much. And if she's constantly rattling with all these thoughts and ideas that you're trying to control, it squashes the space for your creative ideas to flow through. All right, Laura says, I just got my Oracle deck today. Woohoo! Laura, I wanna know, what is the first card you pull? I've been asking everyone that. So what was the first card you pulled? What was the first card? So be sure to post a picture of your first card pull in the Shine Tribe. So I wanna know, any thoughts, questions, ideas coming up for you guys this week? I would love to be able to support you in this journey of spiritual self-discovery and transformation. I absolutely love empowering you to break free of the fear that holds you back from shining your light, which is why I've also taken $200 off of Shine School, my online self-discovery course to help you reclaim your confidence and say fuck the fear and go after your wild and crazy dreams. So if you've been eyeing Shine School, I've heard a lot of you say this, I've had my eye on Shine School. If you've been eyeing Shine School, I want to give you the gift of taking $200 off so that you can start your self-love journey right now, so that you have the tools to stop people pleasing, to stop living a life that's out of alignment with what you really want and the mission and purpose why you came here. So if you're someone who's on the fence of Shine School and you had no idea, here's your surprise. I have taken $200 off. You can check it out by going to brittanycarmichael.com/shineschool, and the discount is already applied. I'm gonna leave it that way for just a little bit. I don't know how long, but I just felt called to be able to give you more resources to help you break through the fear that stops you from making those changes in your life. In addition to Shine School, I'm making another course called Shift right now. So if you struggle with change, reach out. Let me know what you struggle with. Let me know what kind of support you need. This will help me to craft the course to give you exactly what you need during that transformation. So I'd love, 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 love to hear from you. Even if none of you reach out, I still have the step-by-step formula to teach you guys, but I'd just love to hear, where do you get stuck? What's that thing? Maybe there's an area that everyone seems to be getting stuck on that I can dive into deeper. So let me know where you're at in your journey of self-discovery and change, and where you get stuck when it comes to making those shifts in your life. If you know someone who would love this message and needs a soulful sisterhood, please invite them, tag them to the Shine Tribe Sisterhood, and I appreciate all the love and support. My salon was just closed for another 2.5 more weeks, so I have a little bit of time on my schedule. I'm gonna open up a few more tarot one-on-one calls, so if you need a kick in the butt, some inspiration and empowerment, and confirmation on those intuitive nudges that you've been receiving, then I highly recommend you come and check out brittanycarmichael.com/tarot, where you'll learn all about how you can book a one-on-one empowerment went tarot reading with me. All right, guys, I'm gonna hop off of here, but I will see you on Friday for the Elevated Life series, where we're gonna teach you more tips and tricks on how to protect your energy. This is such a powerful topic that we covered last week. People are asking for more resources on setting boundaries and building up your empath skills, you know what I mean? Like, we're gonna teach you how to become a badass empath. So hopefully we'll see you guys inside the Elevated Life membership next month, where we're teaching you all of the skills on how to up level your sensitivity and turn it into your superpower. All right, guys, I'm gonna catch you later. If you love this message, please tag someone, share it, and I will catch you guys later this week. Peace.